Representative Duarte for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Appreciate it. Mr. Hawley, help me out here, please. I represent a very low-income Voting Rights Act district, Hispanic mainly, in the Central Valley of California. A great part of my district is served by PG&E. Although we don't, God forbid, explore much oil in California anymore, or natural gas to our potentials, we still have my clients, my constituents, paying 57 cents a kilowatt hour for electricity during the peak summer rates. Is this high? Is that a lot? I think it's the highest in the nation. If you look at California, it's that. And even still, we've got PG&E isn't keeping up with capital needs. You can't get a new panel hooked up in one town of my district, Madera. You can't hook up any new panel to create jobs, to create manufacturing, housing. The system's tapped out. But nonetheless, these low-income renters, these low-income families in the Central Valley, they must not be dialed into the federal benefits, because when I was campaigning and knocking doors in the neighborhoods, their screen doors were closed and their main door to the home was wide open, and in 105-degree afternoons, these families are ventilating their homes with natural ventilation from the outside. They can't afford to run the air conditioner. They can't afford to run even a swamp cooler because of electric rates in this area. Meanwhile, now this is my perception, you can tell me if I got this right or not. Over on the coast, we've got fairly moderate temperatures. We've got relatively higher income folks. And at the highest of those income folks, we've got solar panels and lots of green energy taking these households off the grid, not sharing in the overhead cost of PG&E, not sharing in the legacy costs of infrastructure, the general repair. That's all baked into the 50 cents per kilowatt hour. And they're fine. They're fine. Do I have that right?
Yeah, you absolutely have it right.
Okay, because it sounds unbelievable that we would put these costs of green energy on the lowest income families in the warmest environment in the state, and then underserve those environments with lack of infrastructure, lack of capacity to expand job opportunities. If they all did want to run their air conditioner, I doubt we could even support that.
Right. Exactly, I agree.
So next to you, maybe this, Dr. Cha next to you talks about we must reintroduce the ban on oil exports and expand to increase a ban on fracked gas exports to keep oil and gas extracted in the U.S. And Ms. Sigma, you can answer this also. Is Dr. Cha and her friends, are they reaching out to you and say, great, let's build more pipelines, let's get more logistics solutions, let's move this energy around the U.S. more efficiently, more effectively, so that we can keep it here on the continental U.S. and not export it to our friends abroad, let them buy Russian or Iranian or Venezuelan. We can keep this right here. Let's build the infrastructure to do that. Are you getting partnerships from the left and overtures to increase that infrastructure?
No, but I don't think we're talking basic economics here when we say ban exports. Besides the nationalization and the socialization of energy that involves, we don't ban other exports of other products. It's simply bad economics. By reducing the price of oil globally, we help keep costs lower here in the United States. Not in California, because they distort their energy markets there, and you're paying over $6 a gallon in
As a farmer,
California.
I don't have to worry about keeping all of our ag product here locally to fight food inflation, or keeping all of our manufactured product here to fight
we don't
inflation.
nationalize industries in the United States.
We're not going to just keep it all here. Even though here, if you talk about agricultural products, we do, in a general way, most of the time, have the ports and the roads and the railroads. But here in America, we don't even have close to the infrastructure we need to keep our domestic energy production here. We exported 9.5 billion barrels of oil, or 9.5 million barrels of oil a day, and we're importing 8.33 million barrels of oil a day. Some of that's just a logistics solution, is it not, Mrs. Cha? We're talking about your work here. Dr. Cha, please chime in. Let me know where I have this wrong, please.
Well, oil exports were banned up until 2015, so we do have the infrastructure to keep the oil in country.
Then why are we building pipelines, or at least fighting over building pipelines?
Yeah, I would agree that we shouldn't build any more pipelines.
We shouldn't build any more pipelines, but we should, so we should not build pipelines, but we should keep our oil and energy resources here domestically.
It worked until 2015, yes.
Thank you. Yield back.